And now the end is here, and so I face the final curtain. What? What was that? The end. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Geeky Pup Show for Superman and Lois, the series finale. It's been 4 seasons, however many episodes, and I, Puppetine, and he, Froggy, have been going through them all, and we have had a great time doing it. We're here for the finale. The end. It went by so fast.
Yeah, one of actually the few shows that we actually started from the beginning. Why? Because it didn't super suck like Supergirl.
Oh, God. Do you remember that series finale?
Yes. And then we're going into this show, we're like, oh my gosh. We're going from a guy who was horrible in Supergirl to becoming the best of the Arrowverse.
He has been some of the best Superman representation we've had in forever.
We were trying to figure out which version of Superman he is, and I was talking to one of our friends off camera here, and we decided that he is the Peter Tomasi Superman with young Jonathan Kent. Super Sons came from that. That's the version it says. He is the man for all seasons. He is the family man. He is the Superman, and he's just overall likable. This guy, from being on Teen Wolf to being on a CW show that no one really liked, Supergirl, and just be constantly put down. And then they decide to basically get serious. They start adapting the comic books. They start actually putting faith into the source material, and it pays off. Jordan went from being unlikable to being awesome at the end.
Yeah.
He finally got over his anxieties.
Yeah, they went ahead and they faced issues, and you know what? That's what a lot of shows they don't do. They come to standstills because of this. Okay, we're going to live with this. While he is living with this, he is growing and he is maturing, and
he gets really huge.
He becomes better. Oh well, that's later. And with his wife.
Whoa.
Huh?
Phrasing.
We could, you know what? This recap is really short because I mean, pretty much where we left off.
We get the second awesome fight with Doomsday. Two awesome fights with Doomsday that are the best live action adaptation fighting. Better than Batman versus Superman or whatever the heck that was. This better than Smallville actually. This is an awesome version. At the end, he goes against Doomsday, but then he also has help from the Super Kids,
the Super Sons.
Yes, and then dealing with Lex Luthor afterwards. It is just an awesome show. Yeah. It's just so great.
Then they give a happy ending, and it's
everyone gets a happy ending in this. We get John and Lana get married. Jordan and basically and Jonathan, we get to see them. We get a 32-year flash forward, like I told you they're gonna have to do because they're gonna wrap it up nicely, and that's what they did. They gave it a little flash forward with them. Them actually, it says they actually have kids, and all. So total Clark and almost have 9 grandkids, which is really cool. And then Clark retires. He's no longer Superman. It's hinted that he's basically done. His sons take over the business. They're in good hands.
Because they get super suits. You can see
Clark,
right there.
Clark talks about how he started out this journey with love, and that's how he's ending it with love. He forgives Lex eventually, and Lex becomes an important person in his life. Kyle and his wife basically they have a second child.
Three kids.
Yeah, towards the end. Well, anyway, but yeah, it's just like everyone moves on, has a happy ending. Even our pal, Mannheim, gets out of jail.
Well, yeah, no, he's helping Superman with his
Rebuilding
project, help heal the world.
Yep.
And he says, obviously, you can't fix everything ever, but you're pushing the needle in the right direction, and that's what matters.
They gave us
so much hope.
Yes,
even though you're sad that it's over and that they're pretty much killing him off at the end.
Well, I told you they're going to have to do that because it's like he's going to be
satisfactory. Yes.
They adapted whatever happened to the Man of Tomorrow into live action form. This is awesome. There were some sad parts, but it was needed.
It's good.
Lois mostly eventually dies. Her cancer comes back.
Well, that's not good, but it's sad.
But no. But he spends the next couple of years. But then he says, "No, we're not got a dog. Why did I ever stop to think they ever get a dog? Dog's named Crypto." Now here's the negative. It wasn't a white dog like Crypto usually is. It was a golden retriever.
Yeah. I think they wanted to make sure that people knew it wasn't a super dog. It was just a good dog.
It should have been a super dog. That'd be awesome.
Also,
great. There's no Supergirl mention. She doesn't exist in this world. No? Yes, that's John Henry. As we see up there, we get John Henry dons the cape eventually and has the actual symbol sealed there. The twins get their own costumes finally. Clark realizes now that it's time to actually be a team with them, train them, show them.
Because Lois tells him at the beginning of this episode, you don't realize you don't have to do this alone anymore.
No.
And that is what it brings them together. This has been such a fantastic show.
Lois and Clark.
I tell you, every freaking week, if you're not watching this show, you're making a mistake. Give it a chance. And now it's over. Go watch it. Go to the beginning. Watch it all.
This show talks about how Lois Clark met. They met, and it started with a red dress. It ends with them basically in the afterlife. He meets Lois after he dies, and he sees her. He sees his family. He says, like, home is. He thought basically what it was important, but it was the people in his life that was important. That grounded him. And we're uniting with Lois in our red dress to get a kiss it, and that's kind of hands off. You get the gold Superman symbol. But yeah, it's really cool to see Jonathan Jordan age before our eyes. They become these, like, basically his age would be.
If you ever watched Grimm, they had which Bitsy Tulloch was in. They had the star of Grimm come up and be one of the kids, which was kind of fun.
Yeah,
people were speculating he was going to be Bruce Wayne.
I mean, they got some good looking dudes. They're like some guys who literally could play Superman in a movie. They'll be the adult version of the actors. And I was just like, dang, if these guys are like the Super Bros, the Fraternals. Man. Yeah, right?
I laughed at that.
Even Doomsday, because Superman basically, with the help of his sons, finally knocks him out, or gets and kills him before he revives. Clark flies up towards the sun because the sun will weaken him, but also the sun heals him. And the monster revives and was going to fight with. Then I realized the monster started having flashbacks to his own memory. It remembered that even before he became a monster, he was a monster. The way he acted on his own planet. So he asked Clark to basically looking at him and says, pleading him, he wants to die. And what's great about this is that Clark learned from the Bizarro world and used the fame for good to heal the world instead of being for self-gain like his counterpart did. Yeah. So it was really cool.
Gosh, I really, really just loved this show. It was so great. And
it proved that source material matters. If you ignore the source material, that's why stuff's flopping if you do comic form.
Yeah, that as well as loving your project, loving your show, putting actual time into caring about what these characters have, these storylines, and building that. Like like when you had Lois going through cancer, you felt that pain. You went through that pain, and it wasn't like in a way that was obtrusive. It felt all natural, all good.
All natural, no preservatives.
I'm talking about the way it's integrated into the story. Sorry. Huh?
Yeah, all natural, no preservatives.
That's right.
Very day meat.
That's right. Compared to Supergirl, which was all preservatives.
That was more like expired shelf life.
And it's sad too. I
gotta ask you, what did you think when like Clark dies and you see him like he sits up out of his body and looks, hey, what's going on, guys? And then he sees his kids are like, join us, Dad, quietly. I'm like, his kids are behind him, adults.
But he sees, but it's basically his life flashing before his eyes.
Yeah, it is. Question is, so the kids, they have powers. Now, do the grandkids get the powers?
That's not answered, and we're just left.
No, it doesn't. We're just kind of left, wonder. Yeah, like I said, this was a very, very fun show. At first, I didn't care for Lex, but this Lex Luthor, Michael Cudlitz, or whatever it was, actually, he actually, yeah. Dare I say, he's more imitating than John Cryer. John Cryer came out the other day and said his biggest regret was not a guest appearing on this show, not even once. He praised how wonderful the show was. A lot of former actors from the other shows were talking about how great this show was.
Because it is. It is out of all the shows, this started and ended the best.
It's an end of an era. Shows. We thought people said, "Oh yeah, Flash was the end of the Arrowverse." No, this literally is the last tie to anything Supergirl or any superhero show on the CW.
On the CW, DC is over. The the CW reign of terror on superheroes is over. But this was the one pure shining.
So there is rumors though, but they could not with this show though, but with everything going on with James Gunn and stuff, DC might do something like what the Disney Plus doing. They might do another Max series with a bunch of shows. It's hard to tell what's going to go with the Gunverse. If the Gunverse flops, I mean, they might go back to TV. I mean, I can't deny.
Listen.
Can't deny though. James Gunn praised this show.
Well, because
if you got the guys doing the movie praises this show, holy crap!
I also want to go ahead and say, the CW started with Smallville, which is a great Superman show.
Actually, no, that was a WB.
Great Clark Kent show. Okay?
That was not CW whatsoever. That was WB.
It's CW. It became
no. CW was a totally different
while Smallville was there.
No. CW and NW, they made a joint deal. It's like Sony and Marvel.
Frog.
Puppet.
The show started on the WB, and then it all became CW.
Actually, if you want to be fair, what started it was not Smallville. It was Superman animated series that was on the WB in like the 90s.
So it still started and ended with Superman, which is the point.
Yeah, so there's the thing too. No more live action superhero shows. So, like I guess Marvel, DC, if they're smart, would bring back their animated movies and start releasing them, or just releasing animated TV series. I know they want to do a Booster Gold TV show, but what's that going to be on Max? Is that what Creature Commandos is right now?
Yeah.
So basically, I get you. All the shows are going to be on Max.
I guess so. Which Max?
Isn't that what also Penguin's on?
Yeah, and you know what?
And Suicide Squad or Peacemaker.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Well, we'll find out. With Dave
coming on Max.
David, or whatever his name is, guys, and David Zaslav. We'll find out exactly what's going on because he killed a lot of good shows.
So many good shows.
Yes, Titans was a good show.
No, you green little.
Donna Troy was hot.
I'm going to get you, you little amphibian. Ah!
Ah!
Anyway.
Oh, he tripped.
Oh, I did. Ah! Anyway. Let's go ahead. Anyway.
No, seriously. If we've only scratched the surface of this episode. If you want a deep dive, I recommend you go watch it yourself.
Yeah, because honestly, it's really just something you have to experience.
First 3 seasons you can go buy. They're on DVD, Blu-ray. You can also I believe it's also might be on. Is it on Netflix? I know Flash and the other ones are, but I know that this show you can also watch it through Vudu.
And it's on
but currently the actual 4th season, all 10 episodes are now streaming for free on the CW app.
Do it. Watch it all now.
You better do it, or I'll find you. And
He will.
I'll hug you.
He's already haunting me. So we want to ask you.
I said hug, not haunt. Jeez.
Subscribe. Leave your thoughts on this show below. It's going to be really. It's the end of an era.
Also, justice for Mateo, who did. He got like a one comment thing from Jordan or John.
Oh, right, the guy Natalie was dating.
Yeah, he's just gone.
Oh well, he doesn't matter. He wasn't Superman or Lois or related to him. So, anyway, that's pretty much our review. We are so glad we had this time together, and we are going to be here on the Geeky Pup Show for more stuff.
Yes. But for more TV stuff, we'll be jumping back more into TV reviews when Resident Alien comes back in the early January of 2025.
No, good. Yes. So see you soon. Thank you. And bye.
Bye.
Up and away. Oh.